going to Scove to pick up the car from customs. A sunny summer day, not a cloud in the sky, food, drinks and a sleeping bag in the trunk. I might have to spend the night on the road. I stop for a smoke break, take a 30-minute nap, grab a sandwich and get back behind the wheel. Stable 150 km/h. Smooth, straight highway. In the evening came to the customs. Processing of the papers. Board faces. Xerox. Payment of the duty. The drivers of the huge vans. Great breaks, queues, waiting hours. Just past midnight for the return trip. The road is almost clear at this time. Bumping drivers politely switch from high to low beam. Suddenly, headlights throw out on the side of the road sitting grandfather with buckets, apparently selling something. I stop the car, get out. There is nothing in the buckets. The grandfather sits on a chair, giggling and looking somewhere in the woods, does not answer any questions. I threw 20 rubles in the bucket, got behind the wheel and drove on. Affects fatigue, sleep takes its toll. I know that in this case, continue the movement cannot. After a couple of miles carefully turning off the highway, the dirt road leads to a strange wasteland. At the edges of the forest, the ground is covered with asphalt with deep bumps. I park the car in the center, unfold the seats, spread out the sleeping bag. There is silence all around. I don't want to turn off the lights in the car for some reason. I finish my cigarette, lie down, turn off the lamp and the lights. I toss and turn for a few minutes, but then I fall into oblivion. My sleep is as dark as the forest around me. I wake up because the car is rocking and I hear laughter. Children's laughter, hilarious and sinister at the same time. The windows had fogged up by then, and I couldn't see anything from inside. I leaned against the window, trying to see something. Suddenly a child's hand hits the glass on the opposite side and slides down, leaving a clean trail. I screamed as hard as I could and, without stopping to scream, I got behind the wheel. I frantically look for my keys, slam my pockets, I am nowhere to be found. The laughter didn't stop, the car kept rocking more and more, and I could smell something burning. It turned out that the key was in the ignition. I turned the key. The engine roars. I switched on the headlights automatically. Children stood in front of the hood in a tight row. There are 15 of them. They're dressed in old, Soviet-era, government-issue pajamas. Their faces and clothes are stained black. I put it in reverse. I drive over the bumps, engine howling. The childish figures move away, one of them waving. I get on the track, full throttle, racing like crazy. Only now did I notice that it was raining heavily. I saw a traffic police checkpoint up ahead. I drive up to it, almost hit the wall, jump out of the car, rush to the surprised policeman, confusedly telling him what happened. He laughs and doesn't believe me. He conducts an alcohol test. Then he takes me to his room and offers me a place to rest. He pours tea, gives me a smoke, asks where it happened. I tell him. He listens attentively, then turns dark, glances with his partner. Then they tell me the story that there was a children's boarding school there. At the end of the 80s there was a fire and it burned down. Almost all the children were killed. Despite this, the policemen assure me that I was just having a nightmare. I agree. Here in the warmth, in the company of armed policemen, everything really seems like a dream. After a while I thank them, get ready and go out to the car. On the hood, almost already washed away by the rain, I can see the imprints of little children's hands smeared with soot.